In 2007, a crack television presenting team was formed. If you have a guest, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the one team.
Hello and welcome to The One Show with Miss B.
Mr. C, and yes, it's Mr. T!
Thank you. How should we address you? Mr. T feels very formal, but should we stick with Mr. T? I can't imagine calling you anything else.
Yeah, actually you can call me T because we friends now.
Ah, just T.
Yeah.
I like that. Adrian T, for reasons he can't really explain, has never watched the A-Team. But I've been trying to teach him a few of your catchphrases,
okay,
right? Okay, go on.
I pity the fool.
I'll forgive you, though. You got to put more emphasis on it.
Go on.
I pity the fool. See, you got to say it with authority. You know, with the way you say it, nobody would respect you.
Yeah. Nobody respects me anyway. We've got our own One Show A-Team, and they're with a dramatic flourish. They're entering the building even now. Here they go. It's the One Show van. There we go. Snow, Bradford, Seagull, Littlewood. You'll be meeting them shortly. They're a frightening bunch, I promise you.
T is also here to tell us about how he's going to try and get the British man tougher. Let's just say that. You're going to toughen them up. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Look forward to hearing about it. Now, who's more evil, do you think, men or women? It's women, by the way.
The Vatican might have come up with an answer.
They've taken each of the 7 deadly sins and looked at who's guiltier of each one, men or women.
Over to our sinning specialist, Giles Brandreth.
Couch potatoes, road rage drivers, cyber daters, all-you-can-eaters, beware! Your immortal soul hangs in the balance. Because the Vatican has recently ranked the list of sins that could land you in the hottest spots in hell. Would you Adam and Eve it? But the definition of sin has a long history in its original 7 forms.
Lord have mercy.
Lust, wrath, gluttony, pride, greed,
Lord have mercy.
envy,
Lord have mercy.
and of course, sloth. Who first produced the list of the 7 deadly sins?
Well, Gregory the Great is your man, the Bishop of Rome in the late 6th, early 7th century.
Why are these sins deadly?
Because it's sin that you had committed which could, as it were, which was so serious it could drag you down to hell.
And how seriously was committing one of these sins taken?
Well, 700 years ago, for example, people would be quite convinced that if they were envious in life, they could possibly in hell suffer the punishment where their eyes were sealed shut and they couldn't look on the goodness of anything ever again. And my favourite, of course, is that for the slothful in hell, an eternal treadmill was your destiny, where you had to run for all eternity at high speed.
But evidence gleaned from behind the confessional curtain indicates that men and women tread an entirely different path to hell.
Well, according to the study, men and women are prone to different deadly sins. In the case of men, it is primarily lust, gluttony, and sloth. In the case of women, it is pride, envy, and anger. The top sins have an evolutionary source. In the case of males, multiple partners will pass their genes into more individuals in the following generation. Females can only get pregnant once at a time. Hence, they are concerned with the prestige and social power of their male partner.
So, what does the modern-day sinner think is the most sinful sin?
I wasn't going to go there.
For girls, envy is a big one, I think.
We can't.
Definitely sloth.
You can't control lust.
Adultery, you mean lust. Lust. Do you consider yourself to be a sinner?
You are too.
Church attendance in Britain seems to be falling from grace. A 90% drop is predicted by the middle of this century. At a time when we seem to be losing our religion after so many centuries, as sure as hell is hell, we still have total faith in the 7 deadly sins.
What was the general view on sin of all the people?
The general view on sin was, amazingly, we spoke to 80 different people in central London yesterday. They all thought sin's a great thing. I said, this is Ash Wednesday, your immortal soul is in peril. They said, oh no, greed, we like greed, lust, we want more of that. They all seemed to be, rather shockingly, in favour of sin. We could not find anyone who thought that sin was a bad thing. One of the things that I found most remarkable that I learned yesterday from, indeed, the clergyman that we spoke to, was that sloth originally was actually the sin of sadness, and that what was supposed to be considered a sin was to be despairing, to have lassitude, depression, to be low, that we actually are commanded to be joyful. And there are 7 sins, of course, because the world was created in 7 days. 7 is a lucky number. You are the 7th son, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
When we last met, you were wearing 7 earrings, as I recall.
Yes, long time ago, yes.
It was a long time. We go back a long way.
No, tell him, yes.
This man has been my role model all my life. Yeah, do you remember all those things we got up to in the 80s? I know.
We were sinning then.
We were sinning then. Yeah, but you've done better with your hair than I have with mine.
But we changed, though. We're not sinning no more.
We don't sin no more.
Sure
Don't you anymore?
No.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I was...
You should have sent me a tweet.
Yeah.
Mr. T has his own set of commandments, which we'll discuss later.
We want to actually discover what the modern 7 deadly sins should be.
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course.
So I want people to send to our blog to actually tell us on the website what they think of the new 7 deadly sins.
Okay, all right.
We've got an excellent clip of some kind of moral advice from Mr. T. It's part of your musical career, this. Both of our mothers are very keen viewers of the show. They'll enjoy this one.
Mother, there is no other like mother, so treat her right. Mother, I always love her. My mother, so treat her right, treat her right.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's big, hasn't it?
That sounded like anybody's book.
Well, it's not just the idea of just a rap, but it was a message I was trying to get out, because I tell everybody I'm nothing but a big, overgrown, tough mama's boy. Not the wimpy or the sissy mama boy, but the mama boy, because everything I do is with respect and pride to my mother. I won't play certain roles. I won't do certain things. And that's a message I try to get to the young people. Let them know it's not punkish or sissified to say you love your mother, because if more kids love their mothers, there'll be less kids in jail than prisons in the delinquent homes.
A sound message. Excellent stuff. Thanks very much.
And, of course, you can send your suggestions for our 7 deadly sins, or what you want them to be, at the BBC website, bbc.co.uk/The One Show. Dom Littlewood's our man on The One Show with the money-saving tips.
Today, though, it's less about money saving than saving money.
With interest rates at historic lows, Dom wonders whether a little gamble might be a surprisingly sensible alternative.